The battlefield was a shattered mosaic of earth and steel. Smoke clung to the air, so thick it seemed to swallow sound. Corporal Dean Garrison lay sprawled in the mud, his armor torn open by shrapnel and plasma burns. Blood oozed from too many places to count, pooling beneath him like a dark mirror. His breath came in ragged gasps, each one harder than the last. The world narrowed to the cold grip of his rifle, the cries of his squad, and the colossal figure advancing toward them. A Velsari captain, its 4 gleaming eyes fixed on the human line. Garrison tried to lift his rifle, but his arms felt like lead. His right leg was gone, a smoking stump below the knee, and his left arm hung limp, bone visible through the torn muscle. He couldn't fight anymore. Not like this. A shadow loomed over him. "Ah," she said, her voice soft as falling ash. "You're early." Garrison squinted through the haze. A figure knelt beside him. A woman, pale and slender, draped in a robe of shifting gray. Her face was kind, though her eyes carried millennia of weariness. Beside her, a towering figure with obsidian skin and jagged tusks stood silent, his alien gaze fixed on Garrison. "That's him?" the alien rumbled in guttural tones. "Yes," she replied, brushing Garrison's blood-matted hair with cool fingers. "Poor thing." She turned to her companion. "You'll find humans unusual." Garrison coughed, blood flecking his lips. "Who?" "Death," she said simply. "And this is Krath, your counterpart's death, so to speak." Krath grunted. "This one is finished. Let him go." But Death hesitated, her gaze lingering on Garrison. "Humans don't let go easily," she murmured. "They fight, even when there's no reason left." Krath snorted, an unsettling sound. "A quirk of their biology? More of their stories," Death replied with a faint smile. "They believe they're meant to cheat me. Always one more act, one more hero's ending." She leaned closer to Garrison. Even now, he's listening to them. Behind her, the desperate shouts of his squad rose over the cacophony. "Garrison! They're pushing through! We need support!" Garrison's fading vision flicked to the grenade strapped to his chest. His fingers twitched. Death tilted her head, almost apologetic. "See what I mean?" "No," Krath growled. "He's broken. He cannot—" Garrison's trembling hand closed around the grenade. Slowly, agonizingly, he tore it free. Teeth gritted, he clamped the pin between his molars and yanked. The effort sent fresh waves of pain screaming through his body, but he didn't stop. Death sighed, her touch lingering on his cheek. "You should be gone by now." Garrison forced a smile, blood staining his teeth. "Not yet." He rolled onto his side, every motion a private apocalypse, and saw the Velsari captain standing only meters away. Its segmented armor glimmered like onyx, its massive weapon raised toward his comrades. "For Terra," Garrison whispered, his voice barely audible. He tossed the grenade at its feet, locking eyes with the alien as he spat the last words of his life. "You Xeno bastards!" The explosion ripped through the air, shattering the Velsari captain and what remained of Garrison. Death rose slowly, her robe fluttering as she gazed at the smoking crater. Beside her, Krath was silent for a long moment. Finally, he spoke. "Humans are difficult." Death smiled faintly, turning away. "You have no idea."